Good afternoon, and welcome to your favorite variety news show.
Are we on?
Oh,
now
good
we're on.
afternoon, and welcome to your favorite variety news
Classic start
show.
to the show.
Classic start of the show. Actually, haven't been on air for a little minute. You know, we've been doing
About a week?
we've been doing the show podcast form the last few shows.
That's true. Yeah.
So
That's because Anthony hates us.
yeah. Anthony doesn't hate us. Anthony's just a busy man. And Mr. BS moved. We're in the process of moving. So now it's just a two-man show. But, you know.
Just when you thought the show couldn't get better, it went and got better.
It got better. Woo! Air horn noises. You couldn't hear them.
Yeah, it sounded like, sounded like something else, but that's okay. I actually could hear it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, I can hear everything in
Oh,
here. I don't have
okay.
headphones on. I don't even have headphones if I wanted to put them on, actually.
But for vibing with Vince, you know, we're gonna be going over a couple things. I'm actually going into showbiz spotlight territory because I myself went and saw a movie on the 70 millimeter big screen, and that's the Odyssey. And also Duplessis versus Usman happened for UFC, so I'll quickly go over those recap that, because when we're in the NFL offseason, this has now become a UFC talking channel, because it's the only other sport that I watch on a daily basis. Yeah,
no, I'm glad you're not doing World Cup coverage, frankly.
Yeah, soccer is really not my thing. I'm sorry, guys. Soccer, yes, I know.
Well, that's what it's called. You know, my little cousin used to play soccer when she was about 6 or 7 years old.
I think soccer is a fun sport to play, especially when you have friends. You know, you got, I played goalie for a couple of years at the YMCA as a youngin.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fun sport.
You know, I mean, tag is also quite fun, but I'm not gonna sell out an arena to watch people play tag.
Here's my hot take. You know, as somebody who works for the Tampa Bay Lightning, I'm not the biggest hockey fan. And I think hockey's kind of in the same boat of soccer, where
it's ice soccer.
Yeah, it's ice soccer.
Yeah, but it's cooler because they beat each other up.
Yeah. The soccer, you touch somebody wrong, red card, get off the field, off the field.
You know, I think the
World Cup,
the amount of injuries you can get in a sport is directly related to how good of a sport it is.
I mean, I guess we'll mention that, Spain did win the World Cup. You know, this is we're recording. Sorry, Anthony's not here. We can't film nothing.
That's the first win on the world stage Spain's had since what? Ponce de Leon?
Oh wow, beating Argentina, which is even better for many of different reasons.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing the Spanish love more than getting to at least symbolically subjugate Latin America once more. You know, that's their whole thing, right? So I'm sure they're pretty happy about that.
Yeah. But
that's their claim to fame. That's their one-hit wonder.
I will also, I guess, mention, I thought it was pretty funny how after Spain won the World Cup, how Trump was like standing with the team like it was Team USA and like taking pictures
That's pretty funny.
with them the whole time. And when Spain
I can just see him, the little thumbs up.
When Spain posted the pictures afterwards, edited him out of the picture.
Now that's crazy. See, now that's what I'm talking about. They get one minor win on the world stage and they want to start big dogging us?
It's not his team.
To be fair, they should just be happy that any American wanted a picture taken with them.
Goodness. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of Americans after winning the World Cup that wanted to take a picture with, Spain players. But, the World Cup is finally over. We never had a chance. I guess this will segue. Snack Attack, our snack is not the third final World Cup flavor because we're past that.
That's a thing of the past.
Of the past.
Although those were really, really good.
Really good. But the last one was Brazil garlic sauce, which I feel like I've had a lot of garlic chips or garlic sauce chips before.
Yeah.
Like, kind of understand where that flavor is, what it's going to be. And we also just had the Doritos garlic parm for the on the
Those
show.
were rank.
Those were not good at all.
No.
So, we're gonna run it back with Doritos, but hopefully, maybe a better flavor.
Hopefully so. It's an intriguing idea.
And we have a limited time Arizona flavor you can only find at 7-Eleven.
Oh.
So I forgot to bring cups into the
7-Eleven, friend of the show.
Friend of the pockets.
That too.
Yeah.
And that's why I like them. They're really a lifesaver too. If you work, if you don't work in an office, if you have a job where you're always traveling, you'll often eat those taquitos for breakfast every morning.
Mm-hmm. I kind of went over the 2 segments, but I didn't go over your segment. What movie are you talking about? I know.
So I actually watched something that we've been talking about here on this broadcast since maybe season 1 or whenever this was leaked to be coming out. But finally, the new Scary Movie 6 has arrived to streaming. I had a chance to watch it, and as always, I have some thoughts.
And last week we also talked about Obsession, and I actually got to watch Obsession.
What do you think? It's a good movie,
right? The show, yeah. It actually, so it kind of I kind of hit it right on the nose with what I thought was gonna happen with it being kind of like the supernatural plot, like I said last week. How,
right.
In the supernatural episode, all the town's wishes are all coming true, and same thing. The guy wishes for this girl to love him, and it's really a spirit. It's not really like the girl's trapped.
Right. Yeah. It was like a genie or a demon or something.
Yeah.
I like the part. I guess we can spoil it now because now we've both seen it, and anybody who listens
spoiler
to my
warning if
will
you
already have seen it.
Have not seen Obsession.
Yeah, I like the part where he called the number and the guy was like, "You want to talk to her?" As she's just screaming in the background.
Yeah, exactly. That was the actual director of the movie. The guy on the phone. Fun fact. Another fun fact. Maybe this is just something that I've noticed, but if you rewatch that movie, notice the way that she moves. She almost kind of moves like a cat. And my theory, here's my theory. What loves a human more than anything in the world?
A dog.
An animal.
Okay.
What animal just died at the beginning of the movie?
His cat.
And
oh no.
I think that might be Sandy's.
The soul of his cat into his wannabe girlfriend.
I think that might be the soul of the cat.
I like it, and I'm accepting it as canon.
That's just my theory. But the way she moved, the way she was obsessing over him, the way she waited at the door for him to come home.
Did he find her eating a fish one time?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a fish, but like
she had a bunch of like water coming out of her mouth, so she ate something she
wasn't
supposed to.
She was like standing in the corner, just like staring at him.
Yeah.
Like I really think that was the spirit of the cat.
She would be really cool until he tried to leave, then she'd attack him just like a cat does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my theory.
Well, that's fun. Yeah, I like that.
I really liked it. I don't see it as a better horror movie than Sinners if we're talking about best horror movies of the decade, because technically Obsession made more money than Sinners in the box office. So now it's the best-selling horror movie of the decade. I still think Sinners is better. I still think Weapons was a better movie.
See, I liked this better than Weapons for sure. Still haven't seen Sinners.
Wow. You really got to sit down and watch Sinners. Yeah, I did.
It'll come on in my random shuffle someday, and I'll go, "Oh, that movie."
But I definitely think it'll go down as like a top five horror movie of the decade. I'm still thinking Begonia.
Is that a horror movie?
I think it's a horror comedy, like a black horror or a black comedy.
I would have went sci-fi thriller.
Sci-fi thriller a little bit, but like
in the vein of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I guess thriller is a better term than horror. It's more like a black comedy thriller.
That was my read. Personally.
Yeah. Well, I still think The Substance is a better horror movie. I still think Weapons. I still think Sinners, and I have not seen Backrooms yet.
I actually watched Backrooms also, but I'm gonna save that for next time.
Oh snap! But when we get into it, when we get back, we'll be vibing with Vince. But here's a little throwback. Here's a little ween to start off.
Oh man, I wish you were here.
Yeah. I wish you were here, Anthony. Here's Even If You Don't by Ween. And we're back. And we're back with vibing with Vince. But this episode is gonna be a movie episode. It seems because
Careful now.
Vibing
in on my territory.
I know.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I sounded too much like Cleveland. I think. I don't want you to cancel.
Hurt.
Oh, turret.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, I went and saw the Odyssey yesterday. In 70 millimeter. Now, there is no IMAX 70 millimeter here in the Tampa area. You can either go see it in IMAX or you can go see it in 70 millimeter. The closest, if you want to go see it in IMAX 70 millimeter, is all the way in Lakeland.
You know, not a bad little town, Lakeland. I was out there buying a mattress recently. It's only about a 45-minute drive.
Yeah. It's not a bad area, but not a place I want to go all the way out to go see a 3-hour movie. That's like, that's my own little odyssey.
That is an odyssey, exactly.
To go see the Odyssey, so maybe I should have.
Kind of exciting.
But no, all the tickets were sold out over there for every single showing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you were thinking about going?
I was. Yeah. It's one of those movies where it's kind of a spectacle. It was shot completely with IMAX cameras. Normally, a movie isn't shot completely in IMAX because of how hard it is to shoot in IMAX. It only runs at 3 minutes at a time. The IMAX camera is incredibly loud, so it's hard to shoot dialogue. And, it's mainly meant for cinematic theatrical scenes and shots and action scenes and things like that. I think I saw a post that before there was an average of like 60 to 80 minutes of IMAX footage in a Christopher Nolan movie.
Okay.
Out of the 3 hours of Oppenheimer, 2 hours of it was IMAX.
Okay.
This whole movie was completely shot in IMAX, 70 millimeter film, and I think I do want to go see it in IMAX to see if there is a clear difference with the color formatting or the shooting when it comes to just seeing it on 70 millimeter digital compared to seeing it on normal. I know I sound like a film nerd here, but I cannot see that movie in original digital, or it's kind of the same thing with Oppenheimer where I won't. After this movie comes out on streaming, it won't be a movie that I will see on streaming.
Okay.
You see how much film is chopped out in the digital footage of it? It's ridiculous.
What,
it's
you mean, like the size?
Yeah, like in the size, like literally, like their heads are half of their cut off in the digital footage, and it's just like if you don't see it like the way it was shot, it just seems like kind of half baked or like half done of a movie. It's not.
Okay. So I'll never get to appreciate Oppenheimer then, because I have yet to see it.
Yeah,
he seems like an interesting enough character, I guess, if you think about it. But at the end of the day, he's just a scientist, so it's not really grabbing me.
And I guess a little bit of a spoiler alert here, but he kind of does the same thing with Oppenheimer in the story. And instead of making a story of victory of the war, it's more of a story of regret and the story of what happens after you win. And
that's okay. Yeah, fair enough. That's a relatable thing, I guess.
Yeah. So Oppenheimer battled that obviously with.
Well, Oppenheimer does have kind of a dark legacy a little bit, and I'm not one of those like peace people. You know what I mean? But being the guy who invented the nuclear bomb is kind of a dark legacy.
You'll come to find out that Odysseus also had a pretty dark legacy, for these soldiers who honored the gods. They came and they tricked their enemies in the Trojan horse, and they slaughtered, raped, and pillaged the entire land and claimed victory. And, on their journey back, thought that they would be shown kindness and, that mercy, and obviously, I will, the story is thousands of years old.
Say, you can't possibly spoil it because
Right.
it's the story older than the Bible.
Odysseus is the only one that survives in his group of men.
Okay.
And
wait, was he even in Troy?
Yes. Yeah.
Which one was he? Not Brad Pitt, because he was already dead.
Matt Damon. So.
No, in Troy.
In Troy. Odysseus was.
Because Brad Pitt was Achilles.
Oh my goodness.
And the other main guy was Hector.
Hold on. I will tell you.
All right. Well, in the meantime, while
Sean
Bean.
Wait,
Sean
Bean was
survived?
Odysseus. Yeah. So
that's crazy.
him and Agamemnon.
Right, yeah. That was his boss, kind of.
That was his boss.
Yeah.
So they survive. Agamemnon goes back to the land, gets killed by his wife, because in order for safe travels, Agamemnon sacrifices their daughter.
He pulled the old Stannis Baratheon move.
Yeah. So there was already that dark thing there, but with Odysseus and his men, they'd on the travels back got lost, and so we're going from place to place.
There's supposed to be a Cyclops, isn't there?
There is a Cyclops.
This is all after Troy.
All after Troy.
So the movie starts at Troy.
Well, it's more like Troy is recap throughout the story as you go into the movie. Flashbacks of Troy happen, so like you see more and more of what Matt Damon or Odysseus saw during the attack of Troy, because you hear it from the King of Sparta, you hear it from John Berthal's character, you hear it from
I know that name.
Punisher.
He's in this?
Yes, yeah. You hear it from John Berthal's Punisher. You hear it from a couple other characters retelling the story of Troy. And
I
then
can just see him doing the thing like he was doing with Rick, but he's doing it on the
No! He's literally doing that in this movie.
Oh my god! I hope he points at Hector or somebody's like, "That's my brother. Yeah. You expect me to do that to my brother?"
Yeah. But kind of. There's a scene where he's awesome. Yelling, "This boy doesn't want to hear that." Yeah. Anyways, you want me to spin a story? I'll spin a story. Gather around. Anyways,
the rules have changed, Odysseus.
Yeah. So, So it's a story about the guilt of winning a war that you won dirty. That's kind of like the end story of it. That's how Odysseus is living with the guilt of not only tricking his enemies, killing Athena in such a ungodly way, but also letting his men kind of be left to slaughter in order for what he thought was for the more men to survive. You'll see that there's some situations where he lets men die.
I mean, that's the burden of command.
But yeah, you'll see how that takes a toll on a guy. And I think the way he tells the story is I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the take. What I didn't enjoy is how half the actors tried really hard with the Greek accent and half didn't.
Oh, God.
So, like, Matt Damon sounds a lot just like Matt Damon. And then Anne Hathaway is talking like this, and, the whole time. And it's just like...
Matt Damon is so... I don't want to say lazy, but, like, why... You can't be Boston guy now, dude.
Yeah. You kind of sound like Boston guy a little bit.
That's crazy.
Robert Pattinson also plays a weak villain as the guy trying to remarry Odysseus' wife, as Odysseus is gone for the 10 years or whatever on his long...
Right. Okay, well, he plays it weakly, or it's just a weak character? Because I feel like
I think it's a weak character, but I think... there was also takes where Robert Pattinson could have taken again. There's one take where his lisp comes through. Like, can we get these beggars out of here? Because Odysseus is hiding as a beggar coming back from the land.
Right.
He's before he reveals himself.
Yeah.
And he's like, smack talking who he didn't even know is Odysseus yet, but the way he says it's so dumb.
I know he can actually commit to a character too, because I just recently rewatched The Lighthouse. Yes,
and he's a very good character actor. He he doesn't play a good Bruce Wayne, but in his portrayal of Batman, he plays probably one of the best, like, straight up detective Batmans I've ever seen in a movie.
Good Batman, bad Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's almost the opposite fact. You don't have the playboy factor of the Bruce Wayne character that you normally see from.
I feel like he could play that, because he was like, back when I was a kid and all the girls were watching Twilight, he was the one they all wanted.
Yeah. But well, yeah. See, it's more like that. It's more like the gothy Bruce Wayne. It's not like
God.
It's not like the playboy Bruce Wayne that you're used to.
Okay.
Which didn't hit for me.
Yeah.
But you know, he's a very good character actor. It's just, I don't know, this role, for whatever reason, I felt maybe he was a little weakened, and maybe that was just the role the character was written. But overall, out of
now we score things on a five
bag
of popcorn scale on this program.
Yeah, I would give this a B+. So that's a 4-bagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have letters, so
a B+. That's a 4-bagger in my eyes.
Okay.
I think that it's a very beautifully shot movie. It's obviously all the amount of time and effort was put into it, mainly practical effects. With a Nolan movie, very rarely does he use CGI unless absolutely necessary.
You know what I heard somewhere? I heard from somebody at a bar that he actually got an actual atomic bomb to set off during Oppenheimer. I mean, he filmed an actual nuclear explosion.
Well, it wasn't an actual nuclear explosion, but it was a giant bomb.
That's crazy. I just made that up. I never heard anything like that in my life.
Oh, but
did that actually happen?
He practically shot off a bomb
cool.
and shot it, but it wasn't a full-on atomic bomb.
Yeah.
And they made it look bigger in effects.
Okay.
But yeah, he blew off a real bomb. Same thing with the Cyclops. The Cyclops is a 20 giant foot puppet that they made move a little bit better with special effects, but they created it completely realistically with the Jim Henson Puppet Company. Yeah.
Okay, that
Jim Henson Puppet Company also did the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics. Fun fact. In the new movies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of Muppets movies anymore.
Well, Jim Henson's passed away. It's just his company, but it's his family. Family, yeah. I never was a big Muppets kid. I was more of a Fraggle Rock kid.
Peppa Jack loved Fraggle Rock. I always liked the Muppets when I was a kid. I liked Muppets Treasure Island.
Yeah, apparently the Muppets are still popular because they just released a new ride at Disney World or something for the Muppets. So it's still a popular entity, I guess. Are
they
little
Disney now?
Yeah, they are Disney. My little brother is a Muppet fan. He enjoys them. But I'd say check out this movie in theaters while you still can. I'd still see it at 70mm. Not a sponsor, but support your local cinema. Sunray Cinema is at University Mall, which is pretty much a dead mall now.
As they all are.
But if you're a Hillsborough College student, $11 a ticket. Ooh, and on Tuesdays, $5 all day.
Discount on the concessions though, or no?
Well, here's the great thing about this place is it's kind of like not a big concession place. It's more like a movie theater restaurant. So they bring you the food right to your seat.
Oh, okay. I've heard of those. It's not one that sells alcohol as well.
Yeah, it does sell alcohol. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they bring it to your seat also.
I bet they'd love it if I went there and I ordered a grog. I was at the Straz this weekend and I went to the concession place and I said, "Make me a grog." And there's the people behind me and he goes, "What is that?" And I explained to him, he's like, "Oh, great, thanks. No, I'm glad I get to do this when there's a line behind you." I was like, "Yeah, I am too. Thank you."
He literally said that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a D-bag. Loser. Mad because a guy has to do his job and make a drink.
Yeah, right. And of course, I was on a date, mind you. I had to do a show of force on this guy. I was like, make it.
Yeah. Right now.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you. It's not a suggestion.
I think I hustled him too because I didn't specify that he used house rum, and then he did it, and he goes, "What kind of rum did I put in there?" And he said something more expensive. I was like, "I think it was house." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, was it? Okay."
Nice. That's what you should. Yeah.
Don't play with me.
Yeah, what a loser to make a diss like that. Oh, you really want me? Anyways,
yeah. I'm sorry I'm making you do your job.
Right.
Don't have limes. Don't have limes on hand if you're not ready to make a grog. All right.
Yeah. So exactly. So yeah, that was pretty much the Odyssey. I went and saw it. That was my segment for vibing with Vince. This Saturday also, it wasn't a UFC paper number event, but it was a fight night in Oklahoma City with a really good main event.
Kansas or Missouri?
That is a great question. This is Oklahoma City.
Wait, no, Kansas or Oklahoma?
I think that Oklahoma City is in Oklahoma.
Well, you know what? I'm an idiot. I was thinking of Kansas City. You're right. It's in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Oklahoma City is definitely in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Kansas City's in Missouri. Yeah. That's what you're thinking of. But yeah. So hold on. Ooh.
Yeah, I was thinking. Hold on. Mahomes doesn't live in Oklahoma City. This can't be right.
And so yeah. So the main event was DDP versus Kamaru Usman, Dricus du Plessis, both former champions. Kamaru Usman, you might know from his he beat Tyron Woodley for the belt, and then he had a good rivalry against Colby Covington. You're dead, Marty Fake Newsman, dead. So kind of like, multiple defenses under the welterweight belt. And he lost the belt a few years ago. His knees are pretty much shot. He's an older guy, so he moved up to middleweight to see if he could fight. He's done this before. He tried to move up to middleweight either last year or the year beforehand to fight Khamzat Chimaev, who had the belt and lost. And so now he came up to fight Dricus du Plessis, which du Plessis was the guy who lost the belt to Khamzat Chimaev. So it was kind of like, if Usman beats DDP, then he'd be in contention to fight Sean Strickland, which beat Chimaev for the belt in May. And so this was kind of a number one contender shot. I don't know if they've officially said, since DDP beat Kamaru Usman by decision, spoiler alert, that now DDP...
Careful, we've spoiled the Odyssey, and we've spoiled a sporting event from last weekend.
I know. And we
gotta start putting tags on these shows.
Now DDP will fight Sean Strickland in a trilogy because DDP has beat Sean Strickland twice. Sean Strickland lost his belt to DDP the first time around. So, DDP has kind of Sean Strickland's number. He knows how to win against Strickland. And if they were given the trilogy, I can almost guarantee that DDP would beat Strickland. But it'll see if they were like, you got to beat Chimaev before we give you Strickland. Because it all depends on if Khamzat decides he wants to stay in middleweight or if he wants to move up to light heavyweight, which he's still saying he wants to stay in middleweight. But basically, the rumor is his whole camp is telling him the weight cut is too dangerous. You got to move up to 205. Because the rumor was that the weight cut for the Strickland fight was really, really rough on him and played a factor into why he wasn't as strong that night or didn't play the dominant 16-0 that we've seen him, be.
Yeah. How's he cutting weight? Is he drinking fight milk?
Well, most of these people cut weight by going into intense sauning, going into intense dieting, they'll water weight themselves off, get on the scale, and then after they're weighed in, drink the water and eat food, get themselves back up. Because once they're weighed in,
that's official.
They can be
Oh,
right.
Okay.
So
how much time do they have? I wonder how much you could beef back up.
Normally it said that they put back 10 to 15 pounds before the fight. So if they have to cut to 185, they'll be back to 190 to 200 on actual fight night.
That's weird. If that's a known thing, I feel like they should just adjust the rules accordingly.
Well, it's just the fact that both opponents are at least going to be equally leveled to the best of their ability.
Right.
Sure, the day after, one might have drinking more water, maybe ate a big meal beforehand, so he's got more weight.
Yeah.
But the realistic standard is they both had to cut down. They both had to, be in this fight camp process. So, like, even if one gained 10 pounds and the other only gained 5, they still both went through this very strict, very, routine. And it is, they can be bestly matched up, the best they can be. After heavyweight, because, it's 185 for middleweight, 205 for light heavyweight, and then heavyweight is just 225 after. So you can be,
as big as you want.
Big and heavyweight. So, as long as you're not
That's crazy. I've nary a scrap of muscle on me, and I'm officially in the heavyweight division already.
Well, because the big thing is even if you gain 10 pounds, you're not gaining 10 pounds of muscle overnight.
Right,
That's the fear. Is you don't want to have a mismatch against somebody who's got 10, 15 pounds more of muscle than a person. Right. That's the more than just like the straight up body fat / how much water they have in their system at the time.
Right.
But yeah, so I'll quickly run over the fights. A lot of what we call prospects. Tommy McMillan beats Alberto Montez in a 3rd round knockout. Tommy McMillan is training under the same camp as Sugar Sean O'Malley, which was pretty much the big prospect that the UFC's been pushing for years and years. He's won the belt and all of that, but that was kind of like, Dana White's, baby that he's raised. So now maybe Tommy McMillan will be the same way. Watching the fight, it seemed to me that Tommy McMillan has he reminds me of the the Diaz brother style. I'm gonna just stand and punch you. I'm not gonna for whoever shoots first is a loser. Whoever shoots for a takedown first is a loser of mindset. So in MMA, eventually is gonna get stopped. Normally, there's never been a striker that's ever been truly on top of the world. There's always going to be a wrestler or somebody who's got jiu-jitsu or,
Yeah. It seems like the move would be, and I don't know if it's possible, develop some kind of a power strike that it counters it. When somebody tries to take you down, that's your opening, right? They're doing the thing, and now you drive an elbow into their back
hammer
or something.
fist.
Yeah. And it's done.
Well, you can't hit the back of the head.
I know. I was thinking about that, too. I feel like that would be, be the ultimate thing. Yeah,
back of the headshot. So that was the first fight of the card. Then Tabitha Ricci lost to Fatima Klein in a decision. Chase Hooper choked out Mitch Ramirez in the first round in 2 minutes. Chase Hooper missed weight. They still fought, but he lost most of his pay cut because of it. Christian Leroy Duncan beat Jerry Cannonier. Cannonier is kind of like a longtime veteran who is kind of the guy that will never be champion, but you're not really taken seriously until you beat him as a competitor. He's beaten Sean Strickland. He's, gone toe-to-toe with Izzy Adesanya. He's got, some of the best of them.
Man, poor guy, always a bridesmaid, am I right?
Yeah, he's gone against big talents. Mainly has lost his last 4 out of 5. Lost against Christian Leroy Duncan in a 3rd round decision. Christian Leroy Duncan is again a newer guy that they're kind of pushing in the UFC. He's only been fighting since last year in the UFC. No, since 2023 in the UFC, actually. And yeah, he won in a pretty boring fight, just kind of back tip tap, won in a unanimous decision. They were both too scared to kind of strike each other.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. And then with the main event, DDP won in a 5-round decision against Kamaru Usman, 49-46, pretty much all the way around. Usman claims that he was robbed of his victory, but if you watch the fight, even though he didn't get knocked out, DDP rocked him multiple times hard. And sure, maybe Usman had a little bit more control time on the ground and had maybe a takedown or two more. I'm looking at it right now. But he got outstruck by 40 strikes, and there was one bad strike where he kind of was wobbling, and DDP almost kind of showed him mercy, because I know if DDP went in on him, he would have went out. And I think given everything, Usman should retire. His knees are done. He fought a war against DDP, but he lost pretty,
that's
clearly.
That's I don't know, that's such a bad look.
Yeah.
Clearly losing and then saying, "Oh, everybody knows I won."
I mean, that seems like to be the method nowadays.
I get.
It's worked for some people.
Hey, man, those machines. All right, first of all, those machines were not to be trusted. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm. When we come back, it'll be Showbiz Spotlight into Snack Attack. We're already almost done with the show.
That's crazy.
But I guess you would say Usman had a little bit of a power trip. Here's a J. Cole power trip. And we're back. Take it away, Dustin.
Showbiz Spotlight has returned. One of our longest running segments, I think, if not the longest running
segment on the show.
I think it's been passed around between this friend group quite a bit.
Passed around, we can't seem to get enough of Showbiz Spotlight. Everybody wants a piece of it.
People like movies, People like movies, and a lot of times people like funny movies, right? Remember Scary Movie? Remember those old movies? Those were fun, and we've talked on this broadcast before about the new Scary Movie that was to come out, which, as I said before, I finally watched. So let's just get right into it. It was actually I did like it. So this one, it's of course like any scary movie, a spoof of recent scary movies that have come out. I've watched this movie twice.
Right.
Now, the first time I watched it, obviously I didn't really know what to expect going forward as far as what was going to happen. And this new movie, at least in the first act, is populated almost exclusively by new characters. Which of course makes sense a little bit, right? But I found the new characters a little bit insufferable. I didn't think that they were, they weren't people that I wanted to watch really. So I was kind of going into this after the first act a little bit apprehensive. But as it goes, we get some of the old characters coming back in, right? The girls from the original start showing up more and more. And by the time you get to the third act, which I think is when the movie really comes together, we've got all of our favorites from the original movies doing most of the heavy lifting of the plot, which is where I started to really like it a lot more.
I feel like that can hit sometimes, but I feel like a lot of the time it's just a cash grab because they couldn't think of anything original. Let's just have the original actors that we care about, that we want to see. We don't care what they do. We just want to see them. You know what I mean? Oh my God, they're back. It's almost like, now, is the story that they're doing worthwhile? Like the adventure they're on?
I think this one, that they're
compared to the first two.
I think that this one, they're more aware that they're in a movie than they ever have been before. Which
so it's kind of like the breaking the fourth wall aspect.
Not quite. Well, I guess kind of, because they will be sitting around talking about like, oh, we're in a movie, or it's a franchise or something like that. So they're making references to the fact that they are in a movie. But yeah, as we go, I mean, obviously, I don't think this is a spoiler. A lot of the new characters that are introduced are, of course, killed off in these different ways, which leaves room for the characters that we like to get back into it.
Right.
After having watched it twice, I had a more positive opinion of it. I watched it twice.
No, that's rare.
It is rare. Because I like scary movie. You know what I mean? It's a franchise that I like.
You watched the movie twice?
Yeah. And the reason is I wasn't the first time. What is this?
The Twilight Zone.
Whoa. Wasn't really clicking with it, but I'll admit I was a little bit. I wasn't maybe in the best frame of mind going into it either, right? Dealing with a little bit of an injury from the weekend, and I had a test I had to do, so I was a little bit stressed out. So my opinion was largely negative. So I decided, but I had paused it, and I had to go do something else. I had paused it right before the third act really ramped up, and then I went back and watched that, and I was like, wait, this is really good. That's why I had to watch it again.
You had to watch from the beginning to get it all.
Exactly.
Yeah. Makes sense.
There was a lot of. It's always hard to nail down exactly what the overarching plot is spoofing the most, but I think it was probably Final Destination Bloodlines, because we've got Anna Faris living out there in some booby-trapped house and stuff, acting all crazy.
I saw that. I saw Megan was made fun of in the movie.
Yeah, on the train.
Yeah. I saw Sinners actually made it into the movie. They did the Sinners,
yeah. They didn't do Obsession, but maybe it was
probably too soon.
Yeah.
Did they do Weapons?
Yeah, they did. One of the Wayans brothers he's got all these like drug candies, right? And somebody takes them and starts handing them out to Halloween trick-or-treaters, and all the kids are out there tripping on shrooms, running around with their arms out.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. We had a girl named Tuesday that was just supposed to be Wednesday. Yeah. So overall, I did on a second watch, I did enjoy it, and without doing any spoilers, it was tough because the first time I watched it, I was thinking 3 bags. But now, on the second watch, I'm leaning towards 4 bags, but I'm going to also include an additional bag because, I like that they're bringing it back.
So that's a 5 bags.
Bring the people back. Bring back the Wayans brothers, which they should have done.
4 bags of popcorn with extra butter, then?
No, 4 bags of popcorn, but with an additional bag of popcorn.
So that's 5 bags.
Just the third act wanted an additional bag of popcorn. So a total.
So only the third act is 5 bags.
The movie, yeah. The first act is 3 bags. The second act is 4. The third act is 5.
Right.
So it's a 4-bagger with an additional 5th bag for the end. So 5 bags of popcorn for Scary Movie 6 or Scary Movie 2026. Now, I guess I will go into spoilers a little bit because who really cares?
Right.
It's a scary
it's
movie.
a parody
You're not watching
movie.
For the plot.
Right.
The end is really funny because we find out who all the killers are and stuff, right? And can I give away that? Do you think? Who cares? Right?
Yeah.
It's the Wayans brothers.
Of course.
They're the killers now.
Of course.
And they got Anna Faris and the other ones there, and they're like, "Are you gonna kill us now?" And they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna kill you. We need you." And they're kind of teaming up, talking about like how they're gonna make more movies, essentially, right? And the new characters, which are the daughters of Anna Faris, I think, were the only ones that were left. And they start like making fun of them. Like, "Oh yeah, what if we call the new movies like the Young and the Haggard or something?" They start getting mad, and it cuts away, and it comes back, and Anna Faris is pouring a can of gas over her daughter, and they set him on fire, and they walk out, and they're like, maybe that was kind of messed up. That's your kid, and she's like, "Nah, screw those kids. This is our franchise."
I'm sure it was not PG.
No, I can't say the thing that she said, but everybody knows.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
that was pretty funny.
It got super meta, but I think in the best way that it could have. So
I definitely broke the fourth wall, but it didn't do like the Deadpool thing where it like looked right at the camera and went, "Oh wow, we're in a movie, aren't we?"
No, I don't think
that
ever happened.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
don't
hate
care
that kind of. It's so lame.
Yeah, I mean the Deadpool movies, I'll admit, were actually pretty good.
They're fun.
I guess
They're fun for their time, and I think that's the good thing about the thing about parody movies too, is they're fun for their time, but they feel like the era that they came out in. Like Deadpool 1 feels like 2015. Deadpool 2 feels like 2018. Deadpool 3 feels like 2025, you know. Same thing with like the scary movies. I feel like with each generation or each movie you watch is the different, you know, because obviously the different horror movies that came out that year is the kind of things they're making fun of. So in turn, you know, parody movies just feel like the years that they came out of, because that's what they're making fun of.
That's the thing with this too, which is probably why I like the old ones generally better, because it's not hard to parody modern life, but maybe it's because I'm currently living through it, but I find it less funny parodying modern life than parodying things that I remember and that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they've got Officer Doofus, who was the killer in one of them. And you go to his house, and he's free now because he was crazy. And trying to get his house, he's got the COVID mask on, and he sticks this like 4-foot tall Q-tip up their nose that comes out her ear. He's got to do a COVID test on her, which I was thinking, the first time I watched it, I was like, a COVID joke in the Big 2-6? But then they mentioned that they're like COVID was over like years ago, dude. What's the matter with you? But yeah, anything that you associate with, you know, with the 2020s is referenced in here at some point, which can be a little bit trying because, you know, you hear enough about all the silly stuff that happens.
Yeah.
But you know, overall, I mean,
how many Trump jokes, if any?
None.
Because it was made by Paramount. That's why they're trying to stay on his side. We need Rush Hour 4.
Are they going to make a Rush Hour 4?
Yeah, because Trump asked.
Oh, see. Can I get a W Trump in the chat? That's the W Trump sound.
That's the Willem scream.
We wouldn't have got that. We wouldn't have got that with Kamala. All right? And it doesn't matter if we get the bad things we were always going to get. We get little wins. We wouldn't have gotten Rush Hour 4, and that's a fact.
Yeah, we
At the best, we would have got the Notebook 2 or something.
It would have been Rush Hour 4 with Zoe Kravitz and...
Hold on, I might actually watch
and
it.
Amy Schumer. Watch out. Oh!
No.
No, wait. Zoe Kravitz and Aquafina.
The water brand?
No, Aquafina, like the Asian American actor.
Oh no, I don't. Oh, you're putting me onto something here. I've never. I didn't know that was legal. Oh, okay.
Aquafina.
I don't know. I might watch.
She's in Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. That's why.
You know what? Could do worse.
Could be worse. Oh, Aquafina was in the Ocean 8 remake when it was all women.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they did.
But Ocean.
That was during the same time when they did the Ghostbusters.
Ocean. What are you talking about?
No, he's not. Sandra Bullock is Ocean.
Wow, they didn't even stick with Pretty Woman?
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I actually genuinely think it is Sandra Bullock. I didn't just make that up.
Okay, no, I believe it.
Yeah. You know, we don't have time for another song like normal, you know. So we'll go right into the snack attack. You know, we might have said 4 bags of popcorn. But actually, we'll see how many bags of Doritos the movie will be, depending on how good these are.
Now, just so we're clear for the listeners, you gave 4 bags to the audience. I did eventually give 5 bags on.
4 bags plus 1.
Plus an additional bag.
So here we got hot honey pizza, which is a weird combination. A
uniquely American blend that I'm glad that we can get back to.
Normally not a big fan of the hot honey flavor. Pizza chips, also normally something I don't get. Normally you only see Pringles make pizza chips.
Yeah, they tend to be hit or miss.
Yeah.
I do kind of like hot honey as a concept, though.
It smells...
Oh, it does smell good.
It smells like a pizza. It smells like it came fresh out of the oven. Mamma mia.
What do you think? You know, what I think is bringing this down for me is actually, ironically...
The hot honey.
I can still taste too much corn chip under it. And because corn and pizza aren't really as compatible, It isn't bad at all, but I wish I could taste the piece of flavor more in the corn.
It's more like pizza with a spicy aftertaste. I don't really get that hot honey.
I get a little bit. It's a little bit sweet, just a little. It is rather spicy though, which I do appreciate.
It's mainly like the pepperoni taste. That's what I'm mainly getting. It's pepperoni.
I'm getting marinara.
And a little bit of marinara. Huh. These are interesting.
They're a little bit harder to nail down than the Lay's, I think.
The Lay's were just really, really good. These are like almost... They're definitely better than the garlic parm ones.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Those... I don't remember what we said, but I'm actually going to amend...
They were nasty.
I'm going to amend my review of the garlic parm to like 1 because I didn't enjoy them.
No. There was no garlic parm flavor. These are actually pretty good. Not my favorite, though. I will give these a 6.5 out of 10.
You know, I'm kind of right there with you, and they have the unfortunate position of following up after some very, very good chips.
Very, very good. Those steak chips were fire. And then the French onion.
The French onion one was the
French
one.
onion one. I actually got that again after.
I don't blame you. I'd buy the big bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely better than average, but at the same time, this is worse than a nacho cheese Dorito.
Now, we also have Slurpee Arizona, blue raspberry, you know.
I do like blue raz, one of my favorite vape flavors. I'm going to come in with a 6 on these, I think.
6? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. 6.5, you know. Now we don't really have a cup here. And
well,
I know. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I know I don't have the herp.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine. You can go first.
Well, I mean, I don't. At least I hope I don't. Maybe that's what she was trying to tell me. If you get an outbreak, I guess call her.
So we'll splash some holy water on it.
That's kind of nice. Definitely, it definitely has the flavor of blue raz and only the flavor of blue raz. Not quite as strong as I might have expected, but it is an Arizona.
It kind of has like that fake aftertaste. Like if I ate a blue Airhead, but that blue Airhead was somehow lacking in sugar, and I only had the food taste, like the food coloring taste.
Right. Well, yes, because excuse me, the hot honey has entered my nasal cavity, but not via any kind of crazy stuff. It just gets around. No, see, because what you have to remember with this drink, this is an Arizona iced tea. You know, this is almost like a prime energy type of flavor, but it will always have to be in the format of an Arizona iced tea. And so given that, I actually rather enjoy it.
Well, it's yours. Because I actually am giving it a 4 out of 10. I think it's mid.
I'm going to go actually with a 7. If you're thirsty and you kind of want something that tastes like something that reminds you of something really sugary that you shouldn't drink, but you're also trying to take care of yourself just a smidge.
Just a little bit.
Try to get one of these. This is better than the Rizzler Berry tea, and I will say that on record.
Rizzler Berry, the biggest mistake was making it slightly carbonated. That ruined it.
I'll be honest, I still think Rizzler Berry should have tasted faintly of marinara.
It should have tasted like hot honey pizza chips. You hear that, Rizzler?
Yeah. Oh, that's what we need to do in the remaining episodes of this program is start a beef with the Rizzler.
Oh, yeah, brother. Rizzler, when I get my hands on you, I'm going to slap you into a Slim Jim.
Now, he's been off the radar, if I'm not mistaken. What's up? We have 2 minutes left. What's up with Rizzler news? Have you been keeping up with us?
I have not kept up with Rizzler news. I actually saw that. I guess he was a reason why.
Not
The Knicks
13th.
won the world the series or whatever.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So, other than that, I haven't seen them.
Most I've heard of them recently is I saw a Tim Dillon clip where he's talking about AJ, and he goes, "This guy is for sure gonna Chris Benoit his family."
Mm-hmm. I did see a video. It was an edit of Hasbula.
Oh yeah.
Of where Rizzler was scared to face Hasbula. So.
Really?
Yeah, Rizzler versus Hasbula.
Rizzler would body Hasbula.
Here, let's look at what the Riz man is doing.
It wouldn't even be close.
The Riz kid.
But of course, the best Hasbula clips come from him interacting with fighters, right?
The Rizzler actually just posted episode 8 of Unbox with Riz, where he unboxes Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Ham from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And
he's reaching.
It's doing over 50,000 likes. So I don't know. The Rizzler seems to be winning at life still.
I don't know though. I feel like if you go from Costco influencer down to unboxer, I mean, what's next?
I mean, he's just following his idol, Toys with Ryan or whatever.
Oh, so that's a deep lore cut that I didn't know.
Well, I thought that's what every child YouTube star inspires to be, is Unbox with Ryan.
Oh, I don't.
That's that one kid that's like.
Oh, is that a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's less creepy. I was afraid it was an adult.
No, it's a kid. Ryan's World, yeah. There's like the kid that got the first kid that got super famous.
Oh, he's just a little kid.
Yeah, just unboxing stuff. Now he's got his little Nickelodeon show and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Just from his parents filming him unbox toys.
Oh, okay. Now, I mean, what do you think though?
Now
Now
here's a market that we need to get into. All right, raising kids to make content.
A content farm.
Yeah.
Well,
you heard it here first.
Get on it, man. I think you're closer to being able to produce a child at this point than I am. So get on it. Make some kids.
And you know, with that, I think that's pretty much the end of this episode. That was another weekly roundup.
That was another weekly roundup.
When we come back, it'll still just be the two of us.
Wah, wah, wah.
Bye-bye.